te he dejado de adorar. Ay, en mi triste soledad me han dado ganas de gritar, salir corriendo y preguntar qué es lo que ha sido de tu vida.
Acá entre nos.
Acá entre nos, son.
Gente, I got the guitar right here somewhere.
Dude, rock that shit out right now. Get these guys out of here. We can just sing.
I'll play it and you sing it.
I'll do it, dog. You know?
Yeah.
I saw your profile. Are we on recording already? We're recording already? No intro needed here. I saw your Instagram. I was like, bro, this dude can be one of my best friends. Look at this shit.
Yeah.
Dude, mariachi everywhere, getting out of a Lambo or whatever you were in the ranch, jumping on a horse just when you fight gear. I was like, bro, this is my style of dude right here.
Yeah. That's after I got the UNF belt. I had to switch it up a little bit.
Dude, I like that shit. You got the, what do you call the bigote? Zapata. The Zapata bigote? Dude, you got all this shit going on.
Repping the culture. I got the flag right here in the back.
Dude.
Oh, he's representing hard.
Hard, dude. Yeah. Hey, the double champ does what the double champ wants to do. Let him know, son.
He sets the rules, man.
Let him know.
I usually carry both belts, but since it's fight week for UNF, I'm just going to carry this belt around right now. I'm promoting.
Represent. There we go.
If I was you, dude, I just would walk around with 2 belts every day.
I do. I usually do.
Only on fight week. I would too. You earned it. You earned it.
Yeah. It's always like right here within reach, so.
There you go.
Right. There you go. Now you look complete, son. Now you look complete. I like that, bro. Here's the thing, man. Some people, there's some champions say, oh, I don't carry my belts because that seems like, no, fuck that. You earned that shit. You know how awesome it is to be a champ? That's impressive, man. Mad respect for that. Yeah, I like that stuff. So how is it to have 2 belts on your shoulder? How does that feel? Most people can never carry 1. You're carrying 2.
That's cool. Yeah, I don't know. It's a testament to all the hard work that we put in the last couple of years. So I wear them proudly. UNF, I took out the #1 ranked fighter in the West Coast. And then I went out to Texas for this one and took out this big prospect that was coming up, getting ready to go in the UFC. So I've defied the odds multiple times in my career. And it's just a testament to how hard we work and what kind of a fighter we are.
Okay. So when did you get both belts? Within the last 2 months?
Last year. So this one was in February.
Okay.
And this one was in July.
That's like his children. This is from February. This is July.
And then UFC one's next. So that one's scheduled to be. I'm thinking I'll get the UFC belt within the next 2-3 years. So.
Dude, I like that.
You're pretty close to getting that call, I think, too, right?
I know. There's people that are ranked way under me getting that call and stuff. So I think they're just waiting for the right time. And they've been talking to us. So
I like
we're here.
I like it. You know, you might want to. You think about getting another fight in between the UFC? Between the UFC,
if they don't offer me a fight real soon, I might just do another one because I'm so freaking hungry. I'm blood hungry. I need to eat.
I was about to say, I was looking at your Instagram. I was like, well, my boy's got to get in there. He's not going to be. Champions don't like to sit around and do nothing, right?
Yeah, I train every day, even after the fight. They called me the day after the fight, or like 2 days after the fight. So I started training immediately because we thought we were going to do a short notice fight. And then it's just been some stuff like that. So I've just been training every day, and it's hard to train like this. So I do want to
get in there again.
Beat somebody up and make it all worth it, you know?
Well, that's what I was about to say. It's hard for you to be training without a goal in mind, right? You know, regular martial artists, we train or whatever. We ain't getting in the ring no more, you know what I mean? So we can train normal. But a fighter like you, of your caliber, that's tasted blood and carrying belts on this shoulder and this shoulder, you got to be like, I'm too talented. I can destroy anybody that's walking around. Put me in the ring, you know? So it's got to be a different mindset, different desire for some blood, right?
100%. It's like the first thing I think about when I wake up, early in the morning.
There's no alarms. Ryan's got this picture of you, right, in his office, and there's this hit, and it looks like you're getting hit. And I watched that several times, and you got caught with like an overhand. It wasn't even a straight; it was an overhand, right? It got through. Right. It caught you right around here, and you got so mad because I just saw your hands go like this, like flare up, like, all right, puto, let's go. Right? It was
exactly.
I was like,
that's exactly what I was thinking.
I was like, bro, I was like, I do the same thing when I get caught by this guy right here. Like, all right, puto, let's go. And so how was that feeling when you got caught like that? You hate getting caught, but obviously you got a chin on you, right?
Right.
So how was that feeling, that moment? I want to talk about a lot more things, but that moment I see that picture in Ryan's office and I'm like, I know that feeling right there. Because right after he went like, come on, puto. So talk about that moment right there.
It's a mindset. So I try to keep that kind of attitude out of the gym. When I'm sparring and training, I try to be real smart about the way I train, but when we get in the fight and I'm getting paid, it's life and death for me. So at that moment, I'm already ready to to go. So when he hit me, it kind of hurts a little bit, but it's like, all right, hit me again then. Like, but this time when you hit me, I'm going to hit you back, like for sure.
Correct.
Like that one got through, but I'm ready for another one right now. Like even if you got me, like the closer you are to finishing me, the more dangerous I'm going to be because I'm ready to go. And I mean, I've been finished one time before, but I would never give up. So you got to put me out if you're gonna try to beat me. Correct. And as my skills have grown, it's a lot harder to do that now. So
I was about to say,
I think that mentality carries me a lot.
You know, you say that, the fighter mentality is clear in you right now, right? Like I'm interviewed a lot of fighters, talked to a lot of fighters, trained with a lot of fighters, boxer, grappler, jiu-jitsu. This guy does everything, right? So I've been training with a lot of fighters, and you say it so like candidly. Yeah, I got knocked out, but then this is what happened. Like, all right, that's just part of the game.
Well, I got choked out. I didn't get knocked out.
Okay, well, choked out, right?
I got a good chin on me, and I think I was just trying to get out of the choke, and then it happened. But I was a much less grappler before. I train with Chad George now. I have my black belt under Eric Paulson and Higan Machado, and I've just been constantly working on my grappling. So I'm very confident that I'm not going to get guillotined like that again. Because I watched it back like 100 times first of all, and
you're like,
analyze it.
That won't happen again. Yeah.
You're like, how did I get caught with that?
Yeah.
How is that so silly? Right?
Yep.
But it's a simple techniques that catch us, right? Simple stuff, right?
Yeah, so, basics go a long way.
How old are you right now?
I'm 31.
31. When did you start training?
I started training.
And then when did you get serious about it? Because they're starting to train, and then when did you get serious about training?
I got very serious about it a few years ago, maybe like the pandemic time. Okay. Maybe a few years before that. But I was always kind of just talented and in the gyms, and I was like very game. I was down to fight people, but I wouldn't take it as seriously until I started fighting some really high level prospects, and I started seeing guys that I fought going to the UFC, and just really like went all in. I started getting sponsors and quit my other jobs and just focused on this now.
And before you started training in gyms, what were you doing? Like, were you out there fighting in the street? Were you bar fighting?
Yeah.
How did you get in?
100%.
For real?
You see his eyes open. Yeah.
I got one video left, so I'll send it to you guys if you guys want to see it. But I used to have a bunch of them, but I had them all take them down. But this one's under a little code name, so you can find it. And it's cool. So I started with street fights and then wrestling in high school.
Okay.
And then I went to like I casually went to a May gym to help this guy train my senior year of high school. Okay. And I beat up an MMA fighter pretty much is what happened. Wow. And then they were like, oh, like you need to come back and train with us. But it was always against my family and my parents. I never had money to train. So I would kind of clean the gyms and take time off of the training sometimes, like use that as an excuse, because I was like training for free all the time. And yeah, it was just not the same as now. Like now I won't really miss practice. You catch me there all the time and trying to learn and watching fights and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
How life changes when you really want to do something, right? If you search, you will find, right? Like you said, okay, you knew right away when you beat up the MMA fighter at age, what'd you say, 18? You smashed the dude and you weren't even trained. You just had heart. That Mexican heart, that's the Mexican fighters. It's a trip, right? Everyone says it. And when
that
you really
Aztec spirit.
That Aztec. Look at this motherfucker with 2 belts. Walking out like a mariachi. I bet he walks out. He walks out with 2 women on the side, one on each side. Are you that type of dude?
You saw the video or what?
No, that's true. It's true. I'm looking at Ryan. I'm like, this is the type of. That's awesome. Told you my type of dude right here. This is my type of dude.
He's cool.
Awesome, brother. I like that, bro. So with that, right, you got that fighter spirit, right? And once you search for it and you dedicated your life to it, do you ever imagine what if you really focused when you were 19 years old, 18 years old, and really dedicate yourself where you would be now? Do you think about that? Or it's just like, it is what it is?
I think about that a lot. And, okay. When I was younger, I asked my dad if he would put me in boxing when I was younger. And he said I was not ghetto enough to fight. That was his answer. And I kind of believed him back in the day. So I think everything that happened in my life happened for a reason. I think I could have been in the UFC a long time ago. And I think I didn't get in for a reason because I wasn't the same guy. I don't think I would have lasted in there. And all the trials and tribulations that I went through now and losing those fights have made me the champion that I am now.
Yeah, exactly.
So I wouldn't want it to go any other way. I'm the number 1 ranked fighter in California and the West Coast. And I like where I'm at right now. I think if I was a lot younger and I would have had all that money, it might have messed with me. So I'm just grateful to be here and to be getting better. And I do really confidently feel like I'm one of the best in the world, and I want to be the best, number one. So that's what I want to prove.
So you say you're the person you are now because of the trials and tribulations you had in your life. Or is that just solely like in the fights you've lost, or were there personal things that were going on that also affected you that way?
Yeah, I mean, I've been through it all. I've been homeless before. I've moved out. I've been living in gyms, severely in debt, just like everything you can think of. I've done, and the losses is part of it, of course. Sometimes they hurt a lot they hurt more when you're like sacrificing all that and then still lose. But they're like important lessons that you need to learn. If you're not putting in the work that you need to put in, then you're not going to get the results. And so, nothing's given in this game. It's all earned. And that's what I like about it.
In those moments that you had, how did you get yourself to where you're at now, where you're holding 2 belts? You got the Mexican flag, you got this fly ass mustache, you got chains on, you got videos with women. Like, how did you get from those moments? Because a lot of people can get into those places, they won't recover from that.
Let's clarify: a woman on each side in public.
Yeah. So how did you mentally get through those hurdles?
I don't even know, to be honest. I think it's just a lot of self-belief. I was thinking about that after I won the second belt. Like, I'm always the underdog, and I don't even know what like makes me that crazy, but I just believe in myself. I know for sure. I know that in a fight, my mentality takes on a lot. It holds a lot. It carries a lot of weight. Like, to actually be ready to go in there and die and give it all up is like a big deal. A lot of these guys say that they're like that, and they're really not. So I think that's the biggest thing is that self-belief. I know, like, I have that. Those things you can't teach. I can take like a really good shot. I'll never give up. Like, I'm a savage in there. So mentally, I was always there, and I realized that just breaking it down one step at a time, you know. So it was what I would go back and watch the fights, take my stuff more seriously, like keep adding stuff. Even now, I'm adding new coaches all the time, adding different, messing with my diet, just trying to get different kinds of workouts and more specific. So just that, like the working on myself, I was in love with the idea of becoming the best and becoming better than I was before. I think that's what got me through those things.
You know, the way you're talking, you're talking about that beautiful obsession. You know, you say crazy, you say wild, you say whatever you want to say, but it's a beautiful obsession. You know, that's what you got. You understood it. You said, you know what? You had to go through these trials and tribulations, being homeless, having problems, you know, whatever it was, right? And all those lessons will build your character to understand and be grateful for what you have now. You have 2 belts, one on each shoulder. How hard or how impossible is it for anybody to take one of those belts off your shoulders in the ring? Talk about that.
Well, you can see it live. You know, they're going to come try. But pretty much if you want to take this belt, you're going to have to take it from me. That's what it is. And I train all day, every day to make sure that doesn't happen. So as soon as I get an opponent, that's when like you said, the beautiful obsession starts. Correct. I can't even like sleep or do it. Like that's all I think about when I wake up, and I'm watching videos and breaking dudes down and playing like mental games and stuff. So I'm just I like the whole process of MMA. It's much cooler than street fights.
See, there's different types of characters for mixed martial arts, like a true martial artist, right? And there's different characters, different ways that were viewed. And I see you, like he tags people on, this is a true martial artist. Like this right here, this is a true martial artist. A man that's obsessed. You know what? I kind of get the energy off you, but in a safer way. Kind of like the mentality of, it sounds crazy, right? But a little bit of John Jones. I get that type of energy off you, brother. You know,
that kind of confidence.
That type of confidence, that type of not the nasty shit when you're beating up on chicks and all that crazy shit, right? But that type of obsession. No, because it's true. Because John Jones is a little wild. I like him. I'm a fan, right? But you got that like the safe side, but that crazy obsession that no one can beat you from now on. And I like that. How did you get that from all the losses in life? Not only in the ring, or you're saying that I wish I could have trained when I was younger, but that happened for a reason. Now it's your time.
Yeah.
So how do you?
I think I would say sacrifice and maybe a little bit of faith and
a lot of faith.
Yeah, but the confidence is built off like I know I've sacrificed more than all these guys, and when it comes down to it, like they don't want it as bad as me.
Why?
I'm ready to prove it.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe I got lucky with that, but it's that obsession. I built it. Like I'm so deep into it. I've been building it for years now, and even when like no one's watching, I'm still doing stuff that I have to do to get better. So
now
it is what it is.
With you know, you represent Mexico hardcore, right? Which I love, right? That's so awesome. So much fun for us, right? Because we always love a Mexican fighter. Everyone loves a Mexican fighter, right? Everyone. Now, when you're out there representing with the charro traje, I love that charro traje. It looks awesome, bro. I wish they made them in super duper duper extra large for I can fit in them, right? But they don't.
I got you. Mariachi Connection is my sponsor. They'll send you an extra large traje.
Let's do it, bro. He's gonna
I got one
send
in the
you.
mail. It's coming for me. Like I got a new traje from them, and so they're shipping it to me. It should be here tomorrow, and I'll wear it to the weigh-in. So
I accept.
you.
You're going to wear it to the
we'll get
weigh-ins.
matching ones.
Now, dude, I'm saying matching ones. We can fucking do a duo. Alejandro Fernandez and Vicente Fernandez coming out the gates.
That's right. That's right.
Bro, I'm fucking down, bro.
At the
You know
after
what
party,
I'm
we're
talking about.
I'm gonna bring the guitar.
The producer back there is laughing because he knows what I'm talking about. I'll rock that shit out. We're going to rock that out, brother.
Yeah, I'll bring it to after party.
Okay, I'm down for that, brother. So when you represent the Mexican flag and our culture and all that, right? The way you fight, intense. How good does it feel to be right now one of the men that represents Mexico in the world as far as a fighter? One of the premier men that represents Mexico.
It feels great. It's like a life. It still is one of my lifelong dreams. I don't think I've achieved it yet. I don't think I'm one of the most popular Mexican fighters yet, but I think a lot of people haven't heard about me. Yeah, and when I used to watch a lot of the videos of the last Mexican fighter to ever conquer, I think was Julio Cesar Chavez maybe, or Oscar de la Hoya. Like those guys, they were like Mexican superstars for fighters, and I want to be that next one. You know, I don't think any of these guys in the UFC have broke into that. I don't think Javier's done it. I don't think Brandon Moreno's done it.
Nope.
And so I want to be that guy, the face of Mexico, and
I think
want there to be the flags in the background and people flying in.
You understand the showmanship on a different level too. I mean, you're bringing it in the cage. You obviously have the skills to fight, but you definitely understand how to put butts in seats too. I mean, it's very entertaining. The El Mariachi vibe, you know, it's, you know.
I love it.
And on top of that, you're nailing it, right? You said Brandon Moreno got it. They're cool. Or Brandon Moreno and that other kid, the guy who just got
Javier.
Javier.
See, you don't even know his name.
Yeah, exactly. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. And I enjoy watching them, right? Javier and Brandon. I enjoy watching them, right? But they're not like you. Like I open up your Instagram, I'm like, oh, this is my dog right here. Any Mexican that sees your Instagram is gonna be the same thing.
He's got to show it to more of them.
Test it with any Mexican. Just open. Hey, what do you think of them? Bro, carnal, órale.
Yeah.
I mean, let's go drink some shots of tequila. Yeah, exactly. But you are that. You're the one that's gonna put butts in the seats. UFC when you get there, like right now. I know. Chris and Ryan, they love you, right? They love you here Up Next Fighting. Everyone here Up Next Fighting loves you, right? And so this is gonna carry on to your next levels. Right? If you got to take another fight before the UFC, because I know you're hungry, dog, you ain't going to lose. We already know that. We see that in you, right? So we got to take another fight, take it, blow this guy out of the water, and on to the next. Because you are not destined to lose for a long, long time, right?
That's right.
We know this. Why? Because it's time for the new level of Mexican to come up and represent. And you literally got that look. The whole vibe is about it, bro.
Yeah,
like
100%.
Like, everyone loves you. Doesn't matter what type of culture. They see this like, all right, this guy's about it. This guy's got love in his heart. This guy's got passion. He can fight. He can talk. He can entertain. He's representing his whole culture with his mariachi suit, rocking his flag, and he loves everyone. He's not mean to no one.
And he wears both belts everywhere he goes. I mean,
Yeah. How can you not like that?
The double champ does what the fuck the double champ wants to do. Who said that? Who said that?
That's me.
Can we get
me and Connor?
You and Connor. Can we get our Mexican Connor? Can we get our Mexican Connor here, bro?
You heard it here first.
Dude, I think you're it, bro. Like, no bullshit, man. You got everything you're doing is fucking phenomenal, bro. I've interviewed a lot of fighters, talked to a lot of people. Man, I've never seen anything like this.
And so tell us a little bit.
Beautiful way.
This Thursday for Up Next Fighting, you're actually going to be fighting in a combat grappling match, right?
Yeah.
So that's a little different. Yeah. How'd that come together?
I'm fighting Jeff Martin. We're doing a combat grappling. So basically what it is like jiu-jitsu. Like grappling on the floor with open palm strikes. And so you can like slap, but I'll let you guys in on the secret. You just pull your fingers back like this, then you can like hit them with a palm strike. And it's like pretty much like a punch, you know? So my goal is going to be, I don't really care who hears it, but I'm going to slap him super hard. And then I'm going to just start unloading vicious palm strikes.
This is so disrespectful. Just slapping him in there. Yeah.
Until the ref stops it or until the time runs out or whatever happens. But I'm going to see how many of them I can get in there. Some good ones.
Hit him with the Stockton slap, bro.
Yeah.
Are you someone who goes in there and touches gloves with your opponent, or are you like, nah, I'm not being friendly with you?
I'm going to say yeah.
Yeah, I touch gloves for sure.
You can tell.
I show like the I show like the very minimal amount of respect that I have to before the fight to like not be a savage asshole. But I really in my head I'm disrespecting him super hard. But then as soon as the fight's over, like I have all the love because it's actually like I have to get myself to that point where I want to kill somebody, and like in order for me to get there, I can't really think about him as a person. I just have to like try to run through him, and then after I obviously have a lot of respect for any of the guys I fought in the past, or win, lose or draw. Anybody who steps in the cage with me has my respect. I'll help him out if I ever see him anywhere.
Yeah, you can tell. You can tell that about you for sure. So as you were coming up, right, in your 20s, who were your top, say, 3 favorite fighters and why?
GSP for sure. I like GSP a lot.
GSP, okay.
GSP.
Okay. Who's that? Just kidding.
I remember I used to watch Cain Velasquez a lot. That was cool.
Yeah. I was hanging out with Cain Velasquez about 3 weeks ago.
Bay Area. Yeah.
I was hanging out with him 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. And who else am I thinking about? I remember Ben Henderson used to scare me a lot because that's when I was first starting to like fight. Right. And I was a 55er before. And that's when he was like on his UFC reign.
Incredible
and
knockout.
He was scaring me. I would watch him and like be terrified. Like, man, I'm gonna have to fight this guy one day. And
hey, that calf kick, that calf kick he started.
Yeah,
Benson Henderson.
I used that actually. I broke somebody's leg.
Oh no shit! Tell me
Yeah,
about that. How long ago was that?
2020, 2021.
The fight was stopped because of it, or was he?
No, he's actually so tough. Like he bounced around a little bit, and then like 3 weeks later, he posted, "I've been walking around with a broken leg, and I didn't even know." Exactly. And then he like posted his X-rays. But he's so tough. Like I don't know. He has my respect for sure. It's crazy.
God damn.
So you got Benson Henderson.
Didn't know he had a broken leg.
He didn't have a broken leg. So you got Benson Henderson. Yeah, you were kind of timid about fighting. Like, damn, these are the type of fighters I'm going to become. I'm going to have to fight. And little did you know that you're that type of fighter. You're a Benson Henderson.
You got to watch out for me.
Dude, now people got to watch out for you, bro.
Yeah.
And then they got to battle the mental side of it, knowing that the whole world is going to be on your side when they get to know your personality. Now they got to fight the whole world as far as momentum-wise and the crowd cheering for you instead of for them. How good is that going to feel? Because obviously that's happening and it's going to happen. How good does that feel when you're going to start fighting these top-notch, these other fighters in UFC or wherever you decide to go, and they see you and they're like, oh, shit. Look at this fucking guy.
That's what I want to be. I want to be like nightmare for these guys, and I want it to be like kind of have like a meteoric rise, sort of how Conor did,
Yeah.
Just go there and like everybody kind of knows, and I mean, I've been the underdog forever, so maybe not if it's not this next fight, then the fight after, but pretty soon they're going to figure it out that I'm just smashing these guys. I'm finishing like top level guys and making it look easy. My last fight, I was, I think, a -300 underdog, and I finished him in the second round. So.
Man, those Conor parallels are really more and more obvious because Conor was a double champion, Cage Warriors,
It was, huh?
Now you're the LFA champ, the Up Next fighting champ. It's very similar trajectory. I can really feel it.
Bro, he even looks like him. Look at
like the Mexican version.
That's crazy.
He's Mexican, so it's cooler though.
Right? A little bit more suave. Hey, hang on. Don't knock the Irish here. Come on.
No.
No, you got that.
We're just in LA.
You got that. I like that a lot. Everything that you're doing is phenomenal, brother. So tell me about the way you've been treated here with Chris and Ryan. How have you been treated by those guys here?
Man, those guys are awesome. I was fighting for LFA before that, so I've had only one fight with UNF for the belt, which is in February. But before that, I was fighting for LFA, and I'm kind of one of their stars. And I don't know if you guys know LFA, but they're like the best. They're like the number one feeder into the UFC.
Of course,
right? So everybody knows that, and it's like the company you want to fight for. But the thing that made me want to go to UNF is the way Chris and George and Ryan and all these guys, they're just so professional, so like on top of their game. Like I never have to wait more than like an hour for a response. Even when they're really busy and they got like all these shows, they care about the fighters. I think it's because George was a fighter himself. They got Chad and a bunch of other guys that have been fighters, and they're just really cool people. The production's off the hook. I think Up Next is one of the biggest reasons why a lot of people heard about me and got to know me. Yeah, so I'm always very grateful.
How do you feel about tomorrow's fight? What are your predictions?
I feel great. Predictions is that I'm going to finish him very violently, quick.
Like within the first 59 seconds?
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking about going there and trying to finish it as quick as possible, but I also want to give the people a show.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try to hurt him a little bit. And then after that, then I'm going to go for the finish. So maybe like second round, third round.
Okay.
I think we're going to do three 3-minute rounds. Maybe.
Oh, that's what I was. 3-minute rounds of grappling.
And then there's a cage in there too, so I got an extra weapon in there, and you guys are just going to see some of the stuff I've been working on.
Talk about that. How you use a cage as a weapon?
Like you can shove them up against it. You can like throw them against it. You can pin them up against it, or you can like put their head on it. If you like put their head on it, they can't really shrimp or move around as well. And then you can just like use it to like cause a lot of pain and do damage to them, like grate them on it and stuff. It's all the nasty.
So you like to slowly torture your opponent. Like you don't want to finish them off too quick. You want to just have them feel the 3 rounds out.
In MMA, I usually go for the kill right away, but whenever I can see it. But I think what I've heard is that I drown people. So my like pace is like relentless, and then I have like a third lung. I don't really get tired ever. And but I mean I built that, you know. So it's overall the training, and so yeah, it's just like a constant drowning. Like I'll take you to deep waters and drown you if I have to.
How did you develop that third lung?
It was my boxing coach. He told me one time when I was asking him, like it's always when you ask your senseis a question and they tell you it's like a basic answer, but it means a lot, right? So my mentors, I trust them a lot. And I was telling him like I don't feel like I'm getting any better. I feel like I plateaued and I need to do something else. And he told me, look, I don't think you're taking it seriously enough. Like if you're really serious, you'll run 4 miles every single day from now until like the next fight. And the next fight wasn't for like I think 3 or 4 months. And I did it pretty much. But that like I think I would say that's where I built it, because I was doing all of my training and then also 4 miles every day. And sometimes I would try to wake up and do them in the morning, but a lot of times I would be too sore. So I would wait till nighttime, and it was just like that, doing whatever it takes to get it done, you know? Like even if I'm out there like super late at night and like even almost walking them, and just like that, setting that commitment of like, I'm going to do this and then doing it. That's how like it started. And now it's a mental thing. Like even if I am tired, I won't act like it.
Now let me ask you about, so your experience, you experienced a lot of success, right? A lot of fighters going to watch this interview. A lot of young, say what?
Failures too.
Yeah, failures too. But we all have failures, right? But you keep going. Some people didn't. But that's what I was going to ask you. So you experienced a lot of success, but you went through a lot of failures first. What do you recommend for these young fighters that are coming up? What do you tell them? How to train, the mindset, stuff happens. What do you, if you can implement, say, 2 things into the fighters' minds, the young fighters, what would you want to teach them?
Number 1 would be the habits that you build.
Okay.
They're going to be either good or bad, the habits that you're building. And you want to make sure you look at the things that you're doing every day, and they're going to help you get better and better over the years, and not make you decline super fast. For example, like super hard sparring every day, or running yourself into the ground repeatedly, stuff like that, you know, like staying up late or skipping practices here and there. Like all those things are going to make a big difference in the long run. And then number 2 would be just to really go all in, like market yourself and try to create like something that people are going to remember. Nobody really cares about fighting unless it's like right in front of them. Mm-hmm. And it's not going to get right in front of them unless you do something different. So just be like open-minded, I would say, and try to like a lot of fighters have this attitude that like the world is against them, and I was that way too. Uh-huh. And it's not like that. Like everybody just wants to help you out, and fighting is a crazy thing. It's very like lonely, and it creates like some crazy mentalities. But I think especially people like UNF Up Next Fighting, they're on your side and they're here for the fighters. So just really like go all in with them and try to be friendly with the people that you're working with, you know?
Yeah, that's pretty powerful what you said when you said fighting is very lonely and it feels like the world is against you. So what happened in your life? What was the catalyst that changed that for you mentally?
I would say just the commitment, the level of commitment. And then once I lost like the sense of entitlement, where it's like nobody owes me anything, and like I'm not just gonna be good. I might not even get into the UFC ever. Like once those like thoughts started kicking in, and then it's like, well, do you still want to do this? And then I decided like I want to do it because I want to be better, not because I want to be in the UFC or anything. I just don't want to. I don't want my career to end like this. I want to be like take it more seriously and do the things that I said I was going to do and that I know I could do. So yeah.
Oh, that's pure. That's for the love of the game, you know.
Now, if you were to have right now, let's talk about your next few fights, right? Say you get another fight, right? Because whatever reason, UFC's got the roster for right now, which happens, right? We know about it all the time. Let's understand the fighting. We know the UFC wants to bring in other fighters, but they got the roster full. The fights are set up. They got to see who wins and who loses and drop some people off, and then you can fill in the gaps. So say you got to go fight somewhere else. Here, one more fight. You win that fight. Then you go to UFC. Who are some fighters? Say 3 fighters that you'd like to fight in your weight class. And how about a weight? And then you get the title, and then they go, oh, let's see if this Mexican boy can come up and fight the 155er. who would you like to fight at 155? You're 145er, correct?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, 145er.
Give me 3 fighters you'd like to
see.
fight right now at 145, and then who do you want to be champion in 2 years at 155, and then you fight him then?
Okay. Well, for sure, I would say Volkanovski.
Okay.
So I want to fight him for the belt.
Hell yeah.
That's like
I
number
like it
one.
right out the gate. The
Mexican
The
deep
pound, he wants a pound for pound first. Okay,
the
got it.
Mexican dethrones that Australian.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm ready to go. I mean, you know, like even if he were to win, I would learn a lot, and then I would get him the next time. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
I know. Like I watch him a lot, and he's really good. So
Yeah.
I want to see what it feels like. I want to see what that power feels like. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
I've watched it so many times. But
You know what? I'll tell you what it feels like. It feels like if you were to fight me, bro. That's what it would feel.
Yeah.
I want to warm up fight, bro. Come at me, bro.
I don't gotta fight.
Come
you.
at me.
You've been running 4 miles every day, right?
I've been walking one a day. Close enough, right? Volkanovski number one.
Another person I would say is Bryce Mitchell.
Bryce,
So
I
I
like
fought
that guy.
I
Excellent
fought his
grappler.
cousin. I fought his cousin, and my first LFA fight, and he was in the corner, and we had a little bit of a back and forth. And there's a little picture that I have that I'm saving, and I'm gonna like drop it right when I get in the UFC because
Right when you get in there.
I already beat up his cousin, and now it's his turn. You know.
Oh, those are powerful words right there, brother.
When that happens, you hit us up. We'll hit some little clips about it. We'll pull up some dirt on Bryce, all the shit that
Like
he's
those
done
camo
lately.
shorts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
some-
right.
Let's go.
Camo
Hang them on
shorts.
your wall, right?
Exactly. Shorts. Yeah.
I'll show up my Marine Corps. We're backing the Mexican. We're not backing
That's
you up,
right.
Bryson, for whatever
That's
reason.
right.
We'll pull up the dirt. We'll do a nice fucking video on him and all kinds of crazy shit. And we'll get that fight for you, bro.
I got military sponsors and stuff like that. So I'm
I'm a
all about
military.
armed forces.
I'm a Marine
Let's go.
too, bro.
Yeah.
I'm a Marine
Much
too.
respect for that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
go.
So Bryce, you're gonna be about Bryce
Sure.
first. Bryce is gonna be your
Mitchell.
first fight.
Yeah. And then there's this guy actually who just got in. He's local. His name's Danny Silva. And he called me out before his last fight, and I didn't really care. But now that he's in the UFC, let's run that one, you know?
Collision course.
Oh,
yeah.
That one. Yeah.
You got clips of that too? Of him calling you out?
Yeah, we used to be training partners.
Oh.
So I thought we were friends.
Oh, well, what did he say? What did he say when he called you out?
He just said, like, you know, I know Javi's fighting for the belt, and I want to like get the belt. And then like I saw him right after because I was at the LFA event, but I showed up late. And then he's like, "We're probably gonna have to fight now." And I was like, "I'm going to the UFC, bro. Like, you know, if you get in there, then maybe we'll fight." But you know, it's weird. Like, but I mean, he's the one that now that he opened up that door.
What's his name? What's his name?
Danny Silva. He's another Mexican kid. They call him Puma.
Danny Silva. What do you know? Call him out right now so we know you're calling him out. You're
Danny Silva. I'm fucking trying to fight you in the UFC next month. Let's go. Set it up.
Danny Silva. They call you the Puma. You act like a little gatito. Tell him, bro.
Let's go.
a little kitten, like a barely born kitten. You haven't even opened your eyes yet. And you want to mess with this guy right here? What's wrong with you? Little kitten. That's all you are, pooping all over yourself and shit. Oh, fuck that. Get him, bro.
No, you're gonna fight him, bro.
I'll fucking fight him too.
I need this guy as my ghostwriter. You know?
There we go, bro. Hey, whatever you need done,
I need him
Hype
in the
man.
earpiece.
you let me
A
know.
little earpiece in
Don't-
the media conference.
I'll do it. I'll make it happen for you, brother. Whatever needs to get done. We'll sell fights, me and you together, brother. I already know what you're about. It's easy
I got
to
a
sell
new
you.
shirt. I got a new shirt made, a black one. I'm gonna get you one. What size are you?
Bro, tell them what size am I?
4XL.
2X. 1 or 2X.
All right, I'll bring you one.
Awesome, brother. I appreciate it.
Javier Garcia, where can we find you on YouTube, Instagram? Where are you at right now? What platforms?
My Instagram is Javier Garcia MMA. I just made a TikTok and a couple other ones. For this video, for the fight tomorrow, I'm gonna try to make a little vlog and a YouTube video,
Hell
like
yeah.
a YouTube show. So I'm gonna start a channel for the YouTube, and that'll probably be my first video, and I'll have more content up there. But yeah, it'll probably just be Javier Garcia MMA.
Javier Garcia MMA. Remember, you got shirts coming, and I got a mariachi suit coming from you.
Yep.
Let's
Mariachi
make that
Connection.
shit. Mariachi Connection, brother. I'm all about it, brother. Thanks so much. Phenomenal interview. We had a great time with you.
Can we get a grito before you go?
Oh man, my voice is gone.
You can't put that's a warm up. Hey, hey, brother, they don't
That's
know.
not the after party.
This is a
Dale,
warm up.
dale.
Everyone thinks that the grito can be just like this. It has to be warmed up, bro. Or else
You gotta feel it.
yeah, or else it shreds your voice and it doesn't come out right. You gotta be in the mood.
Need a little tequila to
guys,
lubricate?
Hey, we'll do it. We'll do it one of these days, but we gotta be in the mood, right? It's a
Yeah.
it's a
At the after
spiritual
party.
thing. The grito's a spiritual thing. These guys don't understand it's a spiritual thing, dog. You know what I mean?
You let them know. You gotta tell them.
Yeah, for sure. Brother, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. We're gonna
Yeah,
be doing
see you
some
tomorrow.
post fight interviews. So hopefully I'll be interviewing you. Yes
Yeah, of
or
course.
yes. That's
Sure.
your only two options. Yes or yes.
Yes.
Awesome, brother. I'll see you tomorrow,
All right,
man.
bro.
Thank you. Great job.
Thank you.
Yeah, bye.